What iShowSpeed does, yeah, like I can imagine it if I was to tell my mum, yeah, oh mum, I'm gonna drop out of school to literally record myself, yeah, playing games or record myself, yeah, speaking to other people. I can imagine, yeah, my mum would have fainted.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, but I feel like even my mum, like, she still doesn't understand what I do.
But see, that's the thing, and this is one thing that annoys me about people. I always feel like you have to have that element of like rebelliousness.
Firstly, I think you've got like 15.7k followers on Instagram.
Well, damn, that's a crazy introduction, but
Yeah, no, you do though. You got
Yeah,
15.7k followers on Instagram. No,
Yeah.
I've done my research. I can't like check my phone like 2 seconds later just to make sure I got it right. But how did you get into social media? Because we knew you like as a fashion person.
Yeah.
But you're very good at social media. Like I saw one of your videos recently, and it done very well.
Yeah.
I wasn't jealous, but I was just thinking, damn, I wish I could do the same.
Yeah.
But like, how do you do that? Like, what do you see? Because I feel like a lot of people always say they're doing social media, but the people that say they're doing social media just posting stuff. That's it.
Yeah, no facts. There's no like creativity behind what they're posting
to it, or
no
I don't know. Or do you do you look at algorithms, or do you look at what other people are doing? Like, how does that work?
To be honest, you see this thing that people say, algorithm, like, I don't actually follow the algorithm because it constantly changes. Like,
sorry, carry on.
anyways, like, especially on Instagram and TikTok, it's always changing. And the algorithm in the UK is different to the algorithm in the USA. So like, it's like, you just have to see what works best for you. So even when because the thing is, I've always done social media. So even for like the clothing brand, I was the owner, the creative director, the social media person, the admin, everything. So you kind of just have to dibble and dabble. So even for my brand, like, I had to figure out, okay, cool, how am I gonna be able to push out the things that I'm doing without actually having to pay for it? Because I hate doing ads, but the thing with ads is that sometimes it doesn't actually work. So I never actually did that. What I did is that I just looked at like trends. For example, like one thing with my brand, what made it actually different is that I was copying other trends, but in the sense of like, I'm not just showing the clothes, I'm kind of like giving you a story behind it. So even with my last drop that I did, not gonna lie, I did say we're not gonna talk about fashion, but here we are.
Go on.
The last drop that I did, I think one of the videos that actually blew up was one of, it said POV, me explaining to my friends how I have the whole new Sorsante Thread collection after I said I was broke. And that was literally one of the videos that blew up. It got like 10K. So I kind of just understood that it's more about, people just want to know the story. Like, people just want to like see more than just the clothes. So that's one thing I learned. So then when I actually started doing social media, for example, for other people, instead of just doing the regular schmegular stuff where it's like, oh yeah, we're here today, oh yeah, we're doing that, we're doing this. It's kind of like the captions as well is what capture people. Captions what capture people. Is that English? But
it makes sense. Captions are what capture people.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask, wouldn't you say though, like with algorithms, that's like one of the most important ways for somebody to stay relevant? Because I would always think that following the algorithm kind of keeps you up to date with what everybody else is doing. And at the end of the day, you're trying to get people's attention. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why people jump onto trends or
I think it's two sides of the same coin though, because you got to think about it. I don't think everyone follows that. Firstly, I don't even know what following the algorithm is.
But in terms of like successful
but
content creators,
some of them,
social
what I was going to say is that some successful content creators are creators in the sense that they're the one that creates something that people follow. So I don't think you can always follow something. You've got to start something people like and they follow you.
Like with the successful creators, after a while, you see that they don't follow what's being posted on TikTok. You see that they're just doing the regular get ready with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they've actually built that
loyal fan base.
Yeah, loyal fan base to the point that they can drop anything and people will still like comment stuff. Even if it's the most boring video ever, they will still comment. So I think it's way more than an algorithm. It's actually being able to have your audience connect with what you're doing, if that makes sense.
It does.
So yeah.
Sorry, not to cut, but then because I think it was even you that was telling me about. I think his Steve Bartlett. Yeah, the podcast guy. Yeah, a lot of his the topics for his podcast it's like he does like he checks. Is it that he checks like algorithms or something like that?
No,
to ensure
he uses he uses like a tool.
But it's like he basically finds what people are like interested in in like a week or a month or whatever, and then he will use that to create a topic that would then capture people's attention and stuff like that. So that makes me think, wouldn't that make algorithm like...
But it's the same thing though, because it's the person that you mentioned, he already has that following, right? So if it's someone that's just starting now and doesn't have a following, that video's not actually going to go anywhere. Whether you put a hashtag or get ready with me, all of that stuff, if you don't actually have anyone that's following you, it's not going to go anywhere. But even like, that's why sometimes when people do this algorithm kind of, oh, this is how to go viral on TikTok, guys. So you have to do this, you have to do that.
They're pointless, isn't
it? It's not actually real. The only reason why that video worked is because people want to know how to actually do it. But it's not like it's actually going to work for you.
It's like you have to find your own identity.
They're gaslighting people. You might as well start doing them, just get more views.
No, but I hear it. So like, in essence, it's like you're saying that the most important person is you. The individual. People are always, I think you said it earlier as well, people are always attracted to like the story of the individual. And as people latch onto the story, they'll follow whatever it is you're doing. And I guess they'll follow you from Instagram to TikTok to so
YouTube,
on and so forth.
To Snapchat.
To Snapchat.
Bieber.
It's literally the same thing as myself, because anything that I do, I always say like, I don't really want to be at the forefront of it. I don't really like, no. It's
Why
just
is that?
I don't know.
Why is that though? Because you said the company that you was part of, you done everything creative.
Yeah,
but that's still not.
But at the same time, people didn't really know it was my brand. So even when I was like, for example, I was following myself, I was following someone else, and I was following all the models. So people didn't really know it was me.
Okay, cool.
It's only as of recent that I've had to be a bit more like, I do this, because I was speaking to one of my clients and they said that. It's when people can actually put a face to it, that's when people are going to be able to trust you.
Kind of relate,
So the main reason why, as of recent, I've been working consistently is because people now know my face in like the music industry. So it's kind of like, she's trusted. Like for example, tomorrow I'm going to a concert, but it's purely because someone, basically the artist took a picture of my face whilst I was at someone else's concert and then sent it to one of my friends, and then they said, oh yeah, she does content. And then the person said, okay, I need her for my concert. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. Okay, given context, because it's a bit creepy him just taking a picture, but given context, it makes sense.
Yeah, in context,
it makes sense.
I was literally like recording, because even when I go to like events, people don't realise I've actually been asked to be there. People think that I'm just like a fan
Is there a name for that?
Saying it's not the same level as...
Is there a name for that in particular?
Yeah, you're like I don't know, you get like a press pass.
Just normal, innit? Press pass. She's just doing social media content.
Okay.
I was going to ask, so you see, based on that social media content and all the events that you go to, in your opinion, who are the top 5 biggest artists or people you've kind of done content for?
Top 5?
Or worked with? Or you can do 3 if you can't think of 5, like 3. So I'm not killing you.
I mean, artists...
It could be anyone.
Okay.
To be fair.
Well, I'm going to put Smade at the top of the list.
Smade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's basically the person that actually just kick-started this for me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I've only been actually officially been doing this since October.
Really? Oh, how did you meet Smade? Socials anyway.
How did I meet Smade?
Yeah.
I actually just messaged him.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, you're smart.
But it's because I was already like, I went to like a couple events, but it wasn't really like, oh, she's doing anything. It was just more so like, oh, she's just there to take content. But because I actually uploaded it on my personal page, so that's it goes back to what I'm saying about a personal brand.
Yeah.
People look at it and they're like, okay, she's actually doing something.
Yeah, but that's what I always tell you to push.
Yeah.
You're like Insta and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember we got a TikTok deal with someone. They got millions of followers, And I remember someone asking like, how did you get in contact with them or the person I was working with? And I was just like, sometimes you got to message people. A lot of people will air you though.
Yeah.
It hurts, you have to bite your tongue. A lot of people will air you, but I think it's good to get yourself out there, even if they don't. Because some people are actually nice enough to reply and see your message. And from there, you can actually start working with them.
The truth is, you never know until you try, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because like Smade didn't know me from nowhere.
Nowhere. So what, did you pitch anything to him or you just showed him your work?
I just said I do content. I know you're in London.
And he trusted you.
If you need any help, let me know. Literally, he messaged me the day before. I said, okay, cool, come to this place. Then I was with him for like a week and stuff. So it's like, I think, yeah, it's a bit crazy because it's actually just been since October. But I think that's why he's one of the top people that even if I meet Burna Boy tomorrow, Smade will always be like the first person because he just trusted me out of the blue.
Oh wow!
And that's if you know Smade is back to back. Like his life is like an artist. Like he's basically an artist. He always has something to do.
Yeah.
But he still trusted me, saying, okay, cool. I went there, we did that, and then the next day he was like, come again. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think it's all about putting yourself out there. Even though I hate to do that. Even right now, I hate that I'm right here. Sorry, guys.
Why do you hate that you're right here? But is it going back to the whole thing of you not liking being at the forefront?
I don't like speaking. I don't like being at the forefront.
But you speak well though. So what do you mean you don't like speaking?
Yeah, but you know when people tell you something, but then it's like in your head, it's like
it's a bit different. I don't hear that though. Yeah. There's something that me and Glody do, yeah. Say if we have to speak at events, whatnot, yeah. Say if I need to perform, we need to do something. Best believe. Straight after, it's like a practice we both have.
Yeah.
After we've done it, unless it's both of us on stage, then no, I'll still message you though. Yeah. We just have to message each other and be like, "Oh, how's that? What did you think?" You get what I mean? Because
and you will be honest with each other as well.
Yeah.
On that, because I feel like, especially with what you were saying previously, about like attracting, followers or people even wanting to follow your brand, so on and so forth. People are always attracted to the individual.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're trying to personalize something, we need to hear you speak as well. Like, I want to know, okay, what makes you tick? What inspires you? What makes you happy? So on and so forth. Because those are the ways that people are actually like, I'm trying to think of somebody that I like, whose content I like on TikTok.
On TikTok?
Yeah, or just in general.
I don't have specific...
But anyone that I've ever like kind of spent a lot of time like
scrolling
through, it's because I've probably heard them speak. Do you get what I'm saying? I may have seen like one video, but then I've heard them speak and thought, I actually like what they're saying. Someone who I find really interesting, Russell Brand.
He's just an interesting person.
And he talks a lot.
Mad interesting.
He's an interesting person in general. I don't know what
he talks a lot and he speaks
from,
his mind and he speaks his. Do you get what I'm saying? As controversial as he can be, like he says things. Oh, okay, that's interesting. But I've heard him speak. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why I always feel like it's important, and it's another tool to almost kind of get people, more invested in your story as well. So man, you should be happy you're on Creative Control.
Who else?
Oh yeah, I'm happy I'm here. It's just
you better be here. All that hate stuff and whatnot. I'm not even gonna. I'm definitely not editing that out either. Also, I'm gonna let the world know that you said you hated being here. But what about
That's fine.
What about what's it called again? What about the next person?
Next person. I would say...
Is that E-Man?
Yeah. Hi, E-Man.
What a guy. What a guy.
Next person.
Man, gate crashed.
What a guy. You see this man? Nah, it's calm. You're good, bro.
You're good, bro. Yeah, you've already started. You started recording.
No, but you guys fully acknowledge me.
Yeah,
it's calm.
It's calm, bro.
Why wouldn't we acknowledge you? Of course we're going to acknowledge you because of what you've done. You said you'd be gone for about 2 minutes. You was there.
Chirps,
The conversation's amazing.
It's good, it's good. Yeah.
Of course.
It's good. Alright, cool. Who's the next person?
Next person, I would say Fino.
Okay.
Fino is like one of the OGs in Afrobeats. He's worked with pretty much everybody in the
Is he a
Afrobeat
producer?
scene. No, so he's an artist. So if you go on my page, there's a video from Coca Cure.
Yeah.
So that's one of the first artists that actually did a collaboration post with me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he's pretty cool. But yeah, so he had like a listening party at Coca Cure. And the way I even met him is that I didn't actually go there because he invited me. I went there because I work with Coca Cure. So they told me that, okay, this artist is going to be here. We need, content creator. I was like, okay, cool, fine. So I went there, I did the video. And then after I literally just showed him the video, he was like, yeah, this is dope. I need this on my page right now. Do you get what I'm saying? So he's the second person. Then the third person, I'd say Shopsy, also known as Adeshope. He's probably the coolest guy you will ever meet on the world. He's so down to earth. He's basically like, I don't even know how to describe him, but he's like, he does a podcast actually.
Yeah.
Afrobeats podcast.
I saw you posted it actually recently.
Yeah. So he's really cool. He's also one of the OGs in Afrobeats. It's just that he's not an artist.
Is your niche like working with like African
right
men?
now it actually is,
That's cool. I can't even care.
Nah, but I was thinking about it last week. It's
so what's drawn you to more to like that side?
I don't know. Honestly, I literally just got pulled into that space.
No, I think it's lit. I think it's lit.
Yeah, it's really cool, but it's just like the hours is a bit.
It's crazy.
Bit long. It's a bit
What's
long.
the most like views you've got on socials?
From what?
It's anything. Could be past, could be future. I said future, present. It can't be future. You wouldn't know. Or if you don't want to talk about maybe the most, what's your like most proud piece of content that you brought out?
Most proud piece of content.
Proud. The content you've been the most proud of. Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you, sorry.
In terms of what though?
It could be anything. Like
sometimes you bring out.
For example, I would say, what is a piece of work which could be a self-tape or a film that I've been in that I've been most proud of? So like for yourself, in terms of content creation, what is a video that you've brought out that you've proper felt like, like this one was proper sick?
Probably the video. Sorry, I keep going back to Smade, but like, he's probably the reason why I'm even sat here today speaking about social media.
Wow.
The video that the video that I posted, the last video that I posted with Smade, I actually low-key was about to tear up when I posted that video.
Really?
Yeah. It was mad emotional.
You don't come across as like an emotional
person.
No,
she does.
Like
she does.
Or I know.
No, like, not like, not, you know what it is, not outwardly emotional, but you could just tell, like, if you get to her,
I'm a softie,
like, she loves you. Yeah, she loves you. She loves you.
You
know them people. Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, no, but I feel like, because I think trust is, I think actually when I posted that video, I realized what I'm actually doing now is something that I've always wanted to do, but I never knew how to do it.
I actually get you.
And especially because at my age, a lot of people can't say that I've worked with this person, I've worked with that person, but I can actually say that now. So even when I posted that video, I was like, damn, Seyna, you're actually doing well, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's, not everyone gets to do what they love, if that makes sense. So I was like, this is...
Yeah, that'll never be us though. I can't lie to you.
Didn't you just say your obsession is the podcast?
No, that's what I mean. It will never be us. Like, as in, we will always do what we love and continue to do what we love.
A lot of people actually are not able to do what they love, which is very sad.
What do you think the reason is?
If you look at it from an African perspective,
parents. I already know what you're gonna say.
It's definitely parents.
But I feel like times are changing a little bit in terms of like, I feel like children are becoming a lot more rebellious here, in a sense of like they're willing to almost go against their parents, or go against, you know, whatever construct that their parents is like, oh yeah, you have to do so and so forth, or you need to do something that is definitely stable. Like we're seeing a lot more people here, that are like,
iShow Speed's the same, you know, to be fair.
But imagine, like, think about it. What iShow Speed does, like, I can imagine it if I was to tell my mum, oh mum, I'm gonna drop out of school to literally record myself, playing games, or record myself, speaking to other people. I can imagine, my mum would have fainted.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, but I feel like even my mum, like, she still doesn't understand what I do.
But see, that's the thing, and this is one thing that annoys me about people. I always feel like you have to have that element of like rebelliousness, like, in you, because otherwise, I don't even know how the best way to say it, of rebellion in you, because otherwise you'll just see somebody who should really be like expressing themselves in a certain way, but they're restricted because of what either their parents have said, or even their area sometimes, for example. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
yes, I think I agree with you, to be honest. I think
people are definitely coming.
Oh, who said this? I think Zipporah said this on the last pod that we had. That'll probably be like 5 podcasts ago. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But she was saying that sometimes like your parents can, I don't know, I'm laughing. Your parents can love you, but their love is just for your safety. That's it. You know what I mean? Because I 100% know that our parents are unsure of what like I kind of do. You get what I mean? My mum probably understands like the poetry part, but that's where it ends or whatnot. The podcast stuff, when I try and explain it, I just like, if they want to watch it, I can send them a link. But
I remember one time, my dad was asking me about like what I do. And I said, "My dad, I'm an actor." And he was just like,
he's disappointed. You know, Africans hate that word. They hate it.
No, but it don't make sense either. You know, like my dad made me study geography when I was better at history. And then maybe study French as well.
You know, some of them, and I have to say some of them, because there's some that are quite...
Yeah, I think he thought it was the same. I failed French, I did not take that thing seriously.
They have like a certain way they want you to go, a certain trajectory they want you to like follow and stuff. But I remember when I was telling my dad I do acting, and he paused for a bit, innit?
You said your dad paused?
That's so funny.
Are you sure that's like what you want to do, like the route that you want to take and stuff like that? And I realized that's why it's like I like being around people who I know, I can have an idea and they're going to be in a position to like encourage you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like people that are willing to take risks and stuff like that.
Funny enough, I was saying earlier, I was speaking to an 18-year-old guy, and I was actually speaking to him about like MTZ and stuff like that or whatnot, and creative control. I was talking about the MTZ film stuff. Yeah, and I was thinking, like, that's why it's kind of important to also build platforms for people.
Yes.
Because maybe they're... Okay, so I'll give you an example of what he said, He said he's into acting. He's been into acting since young. He's been into social media as well. The only reason why he doesn't want to post on TikTok is because of the area that he's from. So he doesn't want people laughing at him, innit? But if you're able to create safe spaces for them, it kind of helps them. Because I was like to him, honestly, if you have... Who was it? I was telling... It was Michael and Lamar I was telling her. If you have something in your heart that you need to do, for example, with social media, you only fool yourself and no one else around you if you don't do it because of them. Because you're not true to yourself. Yeah. You get what I mean? And that's what could make you successful as well. In whatever measure of success you think success is.
But then that's why... I love that you said that, and that's why platforms are so important, because we were literally given a platform to be able to express ourselves in a way that we do. I could have never imagined myself, like I could probably see myself acting, but in terms of doing a podcast, for example.
Never.
Do you get what I'm saying? Never. Like you would never even think that that's somewhere that you can go to or even explore.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, you know, E-Man standing here, said, so basically during COVID, it was meant to actually start a podcast apparently called, what was it meant to be called? Shoebox, innit? Or not? So, we have meetings for TikTok stuff, You know, he tells them all the time that I snake him. Imagine I'm meant to be pitching to people and he's telling them I'm a snake straight away. But I did have a question though. I think it could work with all of us. We can answer it. It's not as deep though. If you could work with like any influencer or any person like in the world, who would it be? I'd push it to more than influencer. It could just be any creative, any person. I know exactly. I think I know exactly who I'd choose. Oh no, I've got two.
Who?
Yeah, I've got two.
My two. Pharrell's one of them.
Yeah.
On my laptop, I have his. He had like a fashion show. I thought it was crazy. There's two reasons. You know when they done the Montclair thing, we went to it. Did you go to it?
Yeah.
I didn't know you them times.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah, we don't know each other them times.
Yeah, but you see that Montclair thing, honestly, it's one of the best things. It's one of the best things I've ever seen in London. Like
the energy around it was just crazy.
The
fashion,
the tech.
I'd never seen anything like that up until that point.
Yeah, and Alicia Keys performed randomly as well.
Yeah.
I forget that I've seen Alicia Keys live. I don't really care that much, but
it was so good.
Or whatnot. The second person, so I think his creativity, his ability to move from music to fashion, but he was always someone that's fashionable as well. I think is just inspiring. I think he does something for Louis Vuitton. I don't know if he's the creative director of them. I think he's the creative
director.
Something like that. I don't know.
You would know. Pharrell.
Louis Vuitton, no?
The second person.
Oh no, I was saying Pharrell
he was still on.
Okay.
Pharrell.
Yeah.
The second person is Kanye West. For sure. Do you know why? Yeah, you said it kind of earlier. He just has audacity.
Yeah.
Like for his ability to go from a producer to an artist. But you have to bear in mind, in his period of time, there weren't people that produced and rapped as well.
Yeah.
He was either one of the first or the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something new. And people said he couldn't do it either. So
but he just kept doing it.
Yeah, he got to a point where he just started rapping. Have you seen his documentary?
It's so funny.
But you got to think about it.
Jay-Z even said closed mouths don't get fed.
Don't get fed, but you got to think about it. Like, the guy had audacity. So, as you said before, how you'd want to have dinner with him and stuff like that, I thought it was actually very good, even though I made it seem like I didn't. I thought it was very good because he has audacity, the way he thinks. I've seen his life and people that make fun of him a lot, I think, or whatnot. They feel like his life's crashing, but he's still able to make like amazing music and bring out amazing stuff. So I don't know. I want to know
where his mind's at. He's still, even though I think he's dropped down from the billionaire status, but he's still multi-millionaire.
He was in debt as well at one point, no?
I don't know about the debt.
He was, I think, just before the Yeezy stuff. And apparently he used to dress, you see how people dress like now?
Yeah.
Like he used to dress like that in 2013. So people used to laugh at him.
He started a lot
he started a lot of trends. So exactly. That's what I'm saying. So he's a trailblazer. Yeah. So the way he used to dress, people used to laugh at him. But if you used to put it into like even today, the fit that he's wearing, fit right in.
It's crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was one thing that he said in an interview. It's not that he's not right. He's just not right now. And that made sense. Because that made sense. That makes sense. But like, no, because even anything that he's done, you see that there's kind of like futuristic element in it. So even from like being a producer, like going into artist, like becoming an artist, and then doing fashion, that is way like years ahead. Years ahead. Like for example, he did the sock shoe, right?
Yeah.
Now you see that. I'm not going to name any brands, but you can see that
Now
some
name them.
brands now
are they going to chase you? Are they going to be after you?
Listen, you don't know if I'm going to work with them in the future.
Oh, that's true. Okay, no, good point.
You're seeing that the copy and his,
swag,
yeah. So, yeah, I think just because you said that, Kanye West.
Yeah, Kanye West for sure.
I don't need to explain why. Second person. Second person, funny enough. I don't know if I can say this though.
Go on. Why not?
Mad controversial.
Go on.
This episode is just gonna turn. Have a guess.
Wait, say what?
Like who you'd want to work with?
Yeah.
Work with?
Like personally, like day to day to like.
Yeah, just say it.
Say it then. What the hell do you mean controversial?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
P2.
Oh, yeah, what the hell? Yeah, bro. You think we care? Yeah, G, what are you talking about?
Did you see how we weren't saying WF out loud?
No,
So I was
calm,
like, I don't know. But yeah,
100%.
just to like, I feel like it's kind of like on the same level. Like
100%.
for 20 years, people are constantly going for you, but you still manage to just carry on every day, no matter what they say.
People love to just
It's like
but
even it's just more so about like figuring out the mind, like how you're so strong.
I don't know how he does it,
Yeah.
Like how he maintains his energy. It's like he gets stronger each time people just go for him.
He's a trailblazer, isn't it?
Yeah, trailblazer.
That's my two people.
Yeah, I hear that.
My two people are biased, but I don't really care.
Yeah, go on.
So Christopher Nolan, that guy's brain, I honestly, you know Christopher Nolan, right?
No, sorry.
Director. He's a director. He made
Tenet.
I'm not really into like all these.
Inception.
Have you watched Inception?
No.
God.
Dark Knight. Yeah.
Batman: The Dark Knight Rises.
How many Batmans are there?
Have you watched the one with Heath Ledger?
Christian Bell.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that
with
one.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
It's that one. Yeah.
So
the
Christopher Nolan directed that. But
Okay.
he's kind of like similar. A lot of the stuff like he does, I think it was you that was telling me, Kelvin,
Go on.
that when he was making
there's a film
Tenet.
that he incorporated science.
Yeah,
No,
but
it wasn't Tenet. It was can't remember.
I think it was that.
I don't think it was even Interstellar. You see the way he directs, it's a film. What's a film that he's made that incorporates like time travel and stuff like that?
Yeah, but that's Tenet and Inception as well.
No, it might be. So he's looked at like
Why
string
is our
theory.
audience just whispering? Like,
He's
No, you
looked
can
at
say it.
just say it.
Yeah,
But
bro,
did he
yeah.
incorporate that into Tenet as well, though?
Yeah, he
'Cause
would.
Tenet,
He would. Yeah.
Tenet
No, but
has a lot
like
of
time. So he's incorporating like string theory. He's incorporating like redshift. I'm joking. I just added redshift so that you guys can know that I know some stuff.
But
do you know what redshift is? It's basically that the world just keeps on continuously expanding.
that's kind of crazy.
Hence why. So they believe that they use that as a theory to believe that Big Bang started because of the world just continuously shifting. So they're basically saying logically it should have started at one point and then. Yeah,
that's crazy. But you see what I mean? Like, this is the conversation that he's making us like speak about and stuff like that.
I have no clue what we're talking about.
Sorry.
No, but for me, I feel like if you're working with a director, from an actor's perspective, you always want to be working with an actor with a director that can almost see into the future. Because a lot of the projects that they're going to make is almost like, and I always want to be a part of something here that will get people thinking. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I want to be a part of a project. Like, think of a movie now, that. Actually, I'm going to ask you, think of a movie now, that like you probably can't, if like I was to ask you your favorite movie, like what would you say and why?
I hate when people
say
one of them. Just say one of them.
Titanic.
Okay, why?
I just think it's very good.
The romance, the love
emotion,
story, the emotion.
romance.
But
because it's
We go on.
Because it's kind of based on real life experience as well.
Yeah. But that's a director that's left that impression on you.
Yeah.
For me, the role of a director, is so I feel like it's underrated. Of course, I know the actors get a lot of the glory and stuff like that, but think about it.
They're the ones behind the scenes.
They're the ones behind the scenes,
together.
exactly.
Yeah,
and the director and the writer.
It's the way the story's communicated.
They're so important because when I'm given a script, it's like me and you can both receive a script in it, but we'll read it differently on a basis where I have to actually like spend time trying to understand what the writer is trying to say, because it's never going to be like, you're never going to get the script straight away.
So wouldn't you say that everyone's as important as each other though?
Oh, 100%.
With the actor, that...
No, 100%. I definitely say that everybody's important, but I think for me, it's like you need somebody who's a visionary like that, as a director, to give you some like work to actually like play with and get into. Like for me, I know I've received a good script when it's taken me a while to crack it.
Really?
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, because I don't like, you know, you don't just get like, for me anyways, you don't get scripts like straight away. You have to invest time.
Is that why when we went, okay, cool. I can't, I'm not going to mention the name. Don't make it bait, please,
Yeah, go on.
We went to go watch something one time. Yeah. Or they was doing something, innit? Yeah. I mean, you said that like this stuff is kind of like secondary school stuff. I'm not even trying to...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is that why? Yeah. Because it was kind of just like...
Yeah, like I just... do you know what I mean? Like, for me, I have to watch something that kind of like stimulates me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I'm reading something, it's like, okay, cool. I'm investing time into it. I'm trying to understand everything that the writer's trying to say. And when you've invested the right amount of time into a script, that's how you can unlock it and unlock certain emotions, for example. Do you get what I'm saying? You have room to play around with. That's kind of how my mind processes things with like good scripts. So somebody like Christopher Nolan, that's one person I 100% want to work with. An actor that I want to work with, Leonardo DiCaprio. I think, he's like top 3 greatest actors ever.
I don't know how to measure.
And you need to look at his body of work.
Yeah, it's insane.
I watched The Wolf of Wall Street the other day.
Well, that you said was the best film ever.
And after I finished watching the movie,
best film ever is Crazy Work. No, I'm not saying this. It's a very good film.
Yeah, but you know how I am. When I really like something, I'll just obsess over it.
Hyper focus. Nah, I hear it. Go on.
I watched it. Genuinely, I watched it. And I sat down afterwards. Like I finished watching it.
Wait, pause. Is this by yourself? Yeah, go on.
Just me by myself.
Yeah, go on.
I sat down to myself and thought, damn, that was really good. Like, but that's a movie that's left an imprint on me. And obviously, Leonardo DiCaprio, he carried the whole thing.
That's what I felt with Gangs of London as well.
Yeah, really good.
I'm only on episode 4 though, but yeah.
I finished the whole thing, by the way. It's crazy. But Leonardo DiCaprio, I think, his body of work, he's always able to like paint the picture. An actor has to paint the picture of whatever the writer, director, whatever the film is trying to say. Yeah. Always important. And Leonardo DiCaprio does it effortlessly. Sometimes I wonder, what is his process into understanding
acting?
To be able to embody a script, the process that I mentioned before about understanding it, investing time into reading the script, dissecting everything, asking the necessary questions, I wonder what his process is. Because it's like every single time, have you watched Shutter Island? Have you watched Shutter Island?
I have.
Yeah.
Oh, you've watched it?
You've watched it, right? Oh, God.
Hey, might as well get your mic, by the way.
Think of his character, and can you imagine the amount of work that would have went into him just trying to,
No, I'm agreeing.
That would have went into him just trying to understand how to embody this character.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And a lot of the time, one thing that I kind of learned, you have to try and find the truth in the character. More time, that's what you're looking for. Because you're not actually meant to act. Like, in all honesty, I'm actually reading a book at the moment called How to Stop Acting, which sounds quite ironic, innit? But you're not actually meant to act. You're meant to find something, that is synonymous. I don't know if that's the word. Synonymous with you. And latch onto it.
Is it?
And start building off of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So remember one time I said on a podcast, that sometimes, it's not that like I'm ever going to kill someone. Yeah. But it's
like, no, don't try and justify yourself.
No,
don't you dare.
Just hear me.
You know what I'll do? I'm going to ask you over, to get this clip, and attach it to the other clip, so you can show that you're a liar. No, don't you dare. I'm joking.
So what I was basically saying was, how sometimes I can get into a character, is I can associate it with an emotion that I felt before. So let's say if I'm ever playing a serial killer, not that I'm ever gonna go and kill somebody, but there have been times where I've been extremely angry, and I can remember how I felt.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, that I can use that, and I can just continue building and creating and almost feeding that thought or that emotion with energy.
No, and sense.
Energy is literally just me investing time into it, thinking about. Sometimes things that I do is I'll have like a playlist that helps me feel that same emotion, and I'll sit in that playlist for however long. I remember one time I had to play a guy who tried to commit suicide by swallowing nails.
This one you're listening to Dave.
I was listening to like...
You know I could recite all your stories, you know. I swear to God.
Yeah,
you're listening to Dave, innit?
I was listening to Dave, what's the name of that song? Survivor's Guilt. You know, he speaks like so openly about his depression and stuff like that, But I sat in that, I listened to all of the old, you know, a lot of the old Eminem songs, There's a lot of subtext of like depression.
That Mockingbird.
Yeah, and all of that sort of stuff, innit? And
what's the one with that actor?
Which one?
Sorry, is it
8 Mile?
That was the most stupid description ever, because a lot of them have actors in it.
Was it
Stan?
Oh yeah. Like a lot of his old body of work, it has a lot of like underlines of like depression and stuff like that. And I would sit in it for an hour every day. Like I would just sit in it, earphones in, and I'm just sitting it, and I'm just giving life to the emotion, to the character. Obviously, once I've finished like performing or I finished doing that whole thing, I have to like tap out of it. So I have to do something, whether it's watch something completely different to
get yourself out of it,
to just get myself out.
What's the film that he acted in that had no words?
Oh, I can't even name that. I can't name it because it's not out yet.
No, there's another one that he's done.
Silent film.
No, it's a silent film where I don't know if he's in the wild or something like that. And it's icy, I think. Revenant. Have you not seen it?
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about something I've done.
You got a film coming out that has no words?
Yeah, it's a silent film,
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. That's something I did.
But you see, like, with what you just said, don't you think that being an actor is kind of like bittersweet? Because it's kind of like, I think, for example, with Christian Bale, like, I can watch any Christian Bale movie, like, anything that has a name on it, I'll watch it. I think there's one movie where he literally had to just stop eating, or he went on like a diet to like become mad skinny.
Yeah.
And I think I don't remember if it was him or it was another actor.
He was only saying that the film didn't come out.
No, it came.
It didn't gross. No,
what?
I did it gross well.
Yeah. I'm saying I can't remember if it was him on an interview or it was another actor. But basically, what they said is that sometimes the character actually stays with you, and it can take a toll on your mental health.
Yeah.
So how does that work? How do you manage to like snap out of it, if that makes sense?
Good question.
For me, I think one area that I'm very lucky in is that I have mentorship and leadership, and I have a bank of words that I can almost go back to listen to from my mentor.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And that's a massive help, because and the thing is with me, I don't like doing something that don't take me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, okay.
So I would like, as much as it sounds very extreme, going to play a character who's tried to commit suicide by swallowing nails. By the way, so that's just to give you context of
Did you have to? But did you have to act as if you
thought they actually gave
Did you put it in your mouth? Is my question.
No, I didn't have to. Like, So the whole point was they wouldn't have shown that scene anyways.
Okay.
But I have to embody somebody whose mind is in that state.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the scary thing is that person at surface level can look very normal. But there's the subtle little bits and pieces that I had to find.
Wait, quick question. So you see the character you was playing, is it that people knew that they were swallowing nails, or this is something they'd done in private?
They knew this is something that he had done in private. Do you get what I'm saying? But
That's interesting.
Yeah, but it was narrated.
Really?
It was.
I like stuff like that. That's quite interesting, you know.
Yeah, that's one of the best things I've done. But like I was saying, what kind of gets me out of it, that I have obviously mentorship, and I have a bank of words from my mentor that I can listen to that bring me back to reality. Because when I'm acting, I have to. It has to be a reality. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's not like.
So are you saying that it's something that you have to make real to you at the time?
Yeah.
So that by the time you're done, so it's just so I'm making sense of it. By the time you're done with it, you then use them banker words to help you pivot into real life.
Yeah. And sometimes, you've listened to like that bank of words for so long yet that it's almost like you understand, okay, this is my profession. This is work. When I'm in it, I'm really in it.
Yeah.
But when I have to go back to being normal, I can go back to being normal. But I feel like that also takes years of like training and almost like psyching yourself up. It's like,
a lot of people need that.
I don't know how, for instance, maybe like boxers or footballers, they have to spend time isolated. Do you get what I'm saying? And almost psyching themselves. I don't know if you've heard of stories of boxers that you can't even approach because they're in kill mode.
There was a boxer or fighter recently that didn't even attend their sister's wedding.
Is it?
Or whatnot. Yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. The reason why I thought it was interesting is not twisted, but yeah, you probably know why. But yeah, I was like, okay, cool, yeah, excellent. No, but I was thinking amazing actually.
You've got to be like, you got to put your mind into it. Yeah, your mind's got to be in, especially with
no
acting.
one can complain when you can't.
It's
make
so sensitive. Like when you watch, I don't know how often you've gone to theatre. Yeah, do you go to theatre a lot? Or every now and again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, like the character has to almost be like oozing out of the person.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the way they stand, how they touch their ear, how they scratch their hair, the sort of things they focus on, the little things that they do that is not necessarily like seen by everybody. All of those things, yeah, it takes time to pump energy and life into that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For you to then obviously showcase it to the world. I can speak about acting for age, but I'm still, even till now, I'm still figuring out and working out what my process is because I want to be able to get into those characters quickly. Do you understand what I'm saying? But sometimes
you want to quicken the process of...
Yeah, sometimes it takes me a period of time to just spend time understanding the character, knowing his flaws, knowing the bits that I can relate with, and then, going away with the character. But yeah, acting is very taxing, like...
Well, mentally.
Yeah. I'm always tired after like...
Really? I don't know if I could act,
imagine.
Do you think you can be an actor?
Not like a full-time actor.
Like part-time?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I could act. You know what it is,
but acting?
I think with acting, I think I would sincerely enjoy it, yeah. But mentally, and I feel like I can anticipate how much it will take from me. Yeah. Hence why I'm not too sure about it. You get what I mean? Because already when you write, it takes a certain type of energy. So I think Beryl put on a snap recently, like she has to, sometimes there's certain things in life that have to happen to her.
Yeah,
so that she'll be able to write.
The energy to write.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because when you're a writer, because those things happen, you know how much mental energy it takes. To then act it out, I don't think I have the heart to do it. Yeah. I could potentially have the skill to do it. I'm not saying that I wouldn't act and stuff like that. I'm not too sure, but it's like I can anticipate.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
What it takes.
I think there's a movie, I forgot what it's called, but Michael Jackson's sister was in that movie. So there's a scene where she's literally just tearing apart the whole house.
Yeah.
But there was an interview saying that was the same time where her brother died.
Oh.
So then like that sadness, that trauma that she wasn't able to let out, she let it out on the scene.
Yeah.
And it was like, you can even tell from the scene that this is not like, this is real. Like your heart's literally like, so I hear it.
Many people have different, and look, that's the thing, like not every actor has one way of channeling the right energy. Some people have to like draw on real life things that are actually going on in their life at that moment. There's been times when I've tried to like draw on like real life experiences, and sometimes it just don't work. Like sometimes, like when I'm trying to make myself like sad, I'll try to think of like,
you don't have the capacity. That's mad funny.
I'll be thinking, you're not neat.
That is so mad funny.
Do you get what I'm saying? But then that's why, for me, I have to go to the utmost extreme.
Yeah.
Like I have to really like just, and isolating myself isn't necessarily just being away from people. It's being away from people inwardly. Do you get what I'm saying? So just gone in my thoughts, in my heart, in my mind, everything. So yeah, like that. I have to create the environment, do you get what I'm saying, in my brain to actually like, okay, cool, this is what's going on.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, cool. So I got one question. We can either end it or we can continue speaking for 2 hours more. I don't really mind,
I don't mind.
But I think it could be for both of you, to be fair. But the first one for you, Seyna, is what advice would you give to anyone looking to get into social media? You know, I ask, you're actually very good at it. And I actually forget, you're actually only 22. I was going to say to younger people, but you're one of the young people. But yeah, so what advice would you give to them? Was you always going to events, sending me events? that I don't really go to.
That you never go to.
Yeah, I know. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you know what? I'd say that. Yeah, I'm gonna start sending it to you, man.
The email
I'd say that. I think just put yourself out there because you never know what might happen. However, I'm gonna piggyback off your point. Find someone who is, I guess, more experienced in the industry that you're trying to get to. Because I mean, especially with the creative industry, it's very much wolf and sheep.
Yeah.
It's either you're the one who's on top or you're the one who's at the bottom. Do you get what I'm saying? So finding that person that can actually help you, guide you, tell you like, okay, for example, I don't go to every single event that I get invited to. Even though, no, shush man.
I didn't say a word about it.
Like, even though like on the outside, someone might say, oh, but it's so good for your career. Why don't you do that? I think it's wise not to be at every single event, specifically if you're working, because then people are actually able to say, okay, but I need her. But if you're already there, there's no demand for you, if that makes sense. So I think that sounded so fake.
I don't know. I swear to God, it's because I was watching that. I don't know if it was on TikTok or something recently. It was one of Steve Bartlett's interviews. You know, he has all those like weird scientific, okay, not weird, but the scientific people. Yeah. I think they was talking about how if you're someone of value, sometimes people value more if you're not available all the time. So it's because you said that. I was like, oh, that's something I'm actually listening to. So
that's one thing I've had to learn. Like, if it was up to me, every day I'm at an event. But the person that's kind of like mentoring me, like he literally said to me, it's not every event that you have to go to. Allow them to actually say, oh, Seyna, we don't see you, rather than, oh, hi, Seyna, you're here. Like, even though for people from the outside, the thing is like outside and inside is two different perspectives. From the outside, if you're everywhere, they think, oh, wow, you're really doing something. Oh, wow, and stuff like that. But from the inside, when you're actually saying no to certain events, that's when they keep coming back to you saying, okay, but can you make it for this event? Okay, but can you make it for this event? And that's one thing that I'm starting to receive recently, but that's only because I actually had someone who's guiding me and I actually listened to their advice. So I think it's more so test out different theories, especially with social media, because people will come and tell you, oh yeah, you have to post at 5 p.m, post at 10 p.m, hashtag so many things, but then you see that it doesn't actually work for everyone. So that's what I meant by, I don't even think that it's following the algorithm is what actually will push you out there. It's more so of you connecting with your audience and actually putting out stuff that, for example, if your audience likes, I don't know, if they like to cook, for example, what's that lady that cooks on TikTok?
For the new one.
Nah. That's not what I'm talking about. You naughty man. You naughty man. That's not what I'm talking about.
She's light skinned, right?
Yes.
And she speaks with a really soft voice.
Yes.
I can't remember her name.
How's his first one cooking with Kaya? I haven't seen her. Have you seen it? She doesn't matter. No, don't. I won't even do that to you, fam. That's fine.
I don't know. What's her name?
I can't remember her name. The light skinned lady.
No, it's not Nala. It's not Nala. What's her name?
What type of content does she do?
But she's a light skinned lady.
And she's, I think what her niche is, that she speaks in this extremely soft voice.
Yeah.
Nah.
Eman, on
I
don't know what she makes on the internet.
No. She makes food from scratch.
Yeah, she makes everything from scratch.
No. I think no.
Aren't they married
she's not
though?
Inappropriate.
No. Her boyfriend's always doing something mad in the background.
No.
I'll show you the stuff. No,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I think we're talking about different people.
I think you're watching edits.
Okay, after. Okay, pause. Okay, send me the link. We'll check it now. Send me the link now. As we speak, send me the link now. We'll check it now.
And she's got a soft voice.
Yeah.
She makes everything from scratch.
From pure scratch.
Send me the link now. We'll double check.
I think you're watching like edits.
And
probably.
she makes like...
And yeah, people make better edits.
Yeah, the edits are
And at times
worse.
she's made like chewing gum and so on and so forth.
She's made everything. She's made marshmallow. She's made Nutella. She's made Coke.
Yeah.
She's made Coke.
Yeah, she made Coke. And how do you know that? Because I thought the recipe is a secret, but she knows the recipe for Coca-Cola. I was like, okay.
Okay, that makes sense why her content does well. I don't know who this person is, innit?
Yeah, like...
Yeah,
no, but I think you'll know her when you...
No, you know her. She's bait. But yeah, I think
that's like she found her niche.
Yeah, she's found her niche, and that's what I'm saying. Test out various things until you find your niche. Because one thing, okay, let me just say this, and this is something that I didn't really understand until recently. I watch a bit of like Nigerian, like Pop the Balloon, right?
What's that?
You know, like Pop the Balloon.
Oh, but you watch
like the Nigerian version, yeah.
Go on.
So like when people come on and say, "Oh, I'm an actor, but I'm also a chef, but I'm also like a shoe cleaner."
Crazy, doing everything.
When you hear that, it's like you're not really like
not really.
you're not really doing anything.
Yeah.
Right. So even for me, like I do a lot of things, but recently what I've been told is that just focus on one thing. Yeah. So that's even why when we spoke earlier, I said I don't really want to focus on the fashion because I feel like it will be too confusing for people. Yeah. Like yes, they can know that okay, she designs, you know, she does all of this, that, but her main focus is social media. Yeah. And when you actually come to people with one thing, you're actually respected more. Rather than you say, oh yeah, I do social media, I'm a designer, I'm also a chef sometimes, I also do this. People won't really take you seriously because to them it actually sounds like you're just starting. Yeah. Rather if you come to someone, you say, okay, I do social media management, it's like, okay, cool, I know this is what I need you for. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, I think cut the long story short, test out various things, find your niche, and also have someone that can guide you because you can't do this by yourself.
Yeah. I was lit. I was actually listening to you. Yeah, pick up your phone, mate.
I definitely agree. There's a point that I was going to make. But I think I definitely agree with focusing on the one thing because I feel like when you have many different things that you're trying to focus on, it's difficult to put the maximum amount of energy into all of those different things because it'll be like you're putting 20%.
Yeah.
But
you think?
No, yeah, 100%.
Different type of things.
Yeah, that's why you know today. Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah,
today. You know when you said what you said earlier today in the group chat.
What did I say?
About you wanted,
thing.
yeah. Because I just felt like
I feel like naturally I don't know what it is. Like my brain, I feel like I don't know. You know what it is? Yeah, maybe I need to work on it. I just feel like I can do anything. You know.
No, but there's a difference between completing like a project and going to the next one than you taking on 5 projects at a time.
Yeah.
Because when you actually take on multiple things at a time, you won't get anything done.
Okay, no, I think I've matured in that though. Because I'm thinking if I'm working on a project with E-Man, but we're working on this or whatnot, is that not more?
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
I think in context to the conversation we were having like earlier on today, for me, my thought was let's focus on building.
Are you trying to use social media to gaslight me?
Yeah.
I'm joking. I do it to you anyway. Go on.
But let's first build in this sphere first and let this sphere get to a certain place.
Point, innit?
And then from wherever it grows to, we can then potentially pivot into other things as well.
But
we haven't even, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hit the surface. Is it hit the surface? What's the saying?
You haven't hit the surface, sorry.
The service, yeah.
No, hit the ground running.
No, but yeah, what you said is actually correct.
No, because
what you said is correct because even if you look at, I don't know which way you want to look at it, MTZ to creative or control, or creative control to MTZ. Once you figure out one thing, then it pushes you into something else.
Okay, no, that's a good example. Actually.
So say for example, even with me, with the brand. Because I did the social media for my brand, now I'm able to actually manage other people's social media. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like complete one project and then that project will actually kickstart your next project. Yeah.
Okay, wait, before we end, I'm going to get them to edit the video. I'm sending the video. Eman sent me the video. So I'm going to send it to you guys. Hold on. I'm going to send it in the speakers chat. Hold on, give me a second. Let's watch it. Hold on.
Yeah.
No, but I bet this is probably like just one thing that's happened.
No, I'm not going to lie. Recently, there's been loads.
Okay. What? Okay, this is a long video though. I'm gonna do this one.
Oh yeah, Nara Smith. It is Nara.
Oh. Okay.
What's he doing?
I cannot be bothered to watch this. Oh, who's ending this thing, by the way? Claudia, you ending it with Seyna?
You know, you guys didn't even start it. Like, hey guys, it's Creative Control.
Who said? Yeah, we don't have to.
We just go into it.
This is our podcast. Why'd you come here?
That's crazy. Though.
Oh yeah, no, but you're one of the speakers now. I don't know.
We just start. Sometimes, you know, sometimes, we just start. Like, but the guests don't know that we've started.
Yeah,
and we just get into a conversation.
Crazy, guys.
It's a very good technique, though.
Come on, bro.
It makes you feel comfortable.
Crazy, guys.
Well, Steve Bartlett, innit? Yeah, no, we're there. Trust me, we're rising. We do our work. We do our homework. But anyway, thank you guys for joining this episode. I don't know if I have anything else to say.
I feel like we've covered
everything, no?
Everything. Yeah, I feel like we've covered everything. I think I'm very excited for how this podcast is going to come along. And I know we have some more exciting guests actually.
Yeah, actually. So
yes, guys. By the way, I'm an official speaker now, so you will be seeing me more.
Yeah, excellent. Finally, it does. Okay, awesome. So our next person on the podcast is actually going to be Davido. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
So once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll drop that episode.
Yep.
So just make sure.
Yeah, that one's a special.
Yeah, it's going to be a special one.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Awesome.